From the Canadore College Radio Newsroom, this is CRFM News.
Happy Valentine's Day, Canadore. If music be the food of love, play on. Currently, we are sitting at 0 degrees. I'm Mike Ball.
And I'm Andrew Hawkridge with CRFM Radio, brought to you by theclaw.ca.
A 44-year-old Michigan woman went to her local hospital for hernia pains. 15 hours later, Linda Ackley left with a newborn child. Ackley was completely clueless about her pregnancy until she heard about her husband, Mike, went to the hospital. The couple had long believed they could not get pregnant. When Linda arrived at the hospital complaining of a hernia, doctors ordered a scan of her abdomen. It was then that medical staff discovered a full-term baby in her womb. An emergency C-section was ordered and Kimberly Ackley was born. As a result of the infection, some of the muscles in Linda's stomach had to be removed. At the time, it was uncertain whether she would survive. Linda incorrectly assumed that her baby's movements were twitching nerves and expanding and contracting muscles caused by her stomach surgery. Members of the North Bay, Ontario Provincial Police Detachment want to advise anyone accessing the ice on Lake Nipissing to be aware of potential safety risks. The OPP have advised that there is a large section of open water at the mouth of the French River, as well as numerous pressure cracks developing at various locations. Please keep in mind that snow-type blindness at high rates of speed may result in you not seeing a pressure crack or open water, resulting in serious injury or death. Continue to monitor ice conditions and always side on the side of caution.
An American grad student is suing because she got a C+ in one of her classes. Megan Thode says the mediocre grade kept her from getting her degree to become a licensed therapist, and as a result cost her $1.3 million in future earnings. Thode is suing her professor at Lee University in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and she is asking for monetary damages and grade change. Canada's oldest active mayor turns 92 today. Mississauga Mayor Hazel McCallion says she feels just like she's 29. She says despite the fact she won't be running in the city's elections next fall, she still loves going to work every day. The mayor says she'll be working on her birthday, but will be celebrating later with family tonight. Happy birthday, Hazel.
So much for the zombie apocalypse in Quebec. The provincial government has put a stop to plans for a zombie-themed emergency training exercise, but despite such a theme being used elsewhere, news of the plan escalated some complaints about wasteful government spending. So Security Minister Stephanie Bergeron announced that she has ordered to change of plans and that new scenario will stimulate a flood.
The situation aboard the Carnival Triumph, the cruise ship stranded about 200 miles south of Mobile, Alabama, has become so dire that people are falling ill from the overwhelming stench of human waste. Conditions are proving especially difficult for elderly and disabled passengers, as the lines to receive food have stretched to 4 hours. With toilets not flushing, travelers are being told to urinate in the shower and defecate in plastic bags. The only thing keeping spirits alive is the fact that the ship's crew is now handing out free alcohol to those on board as they slowly make their way toward the shore.
A bar in Windsor, Ontario plans to strictly prohibit public displays of affection at its annual Valentine's Day party. Kilton Fiddle co-owner Nicole Demire said it's part of the pub's anti-Valentine's Day party. Demire said her bar plans to cater to the single crowd, not couples. She said the idea for the theme came from her customers. She said couples are welcome to attend, but public displays of affection are strictly prohibited. The party is scheduled for Friday night after the traditional Day of Love.
Good to know that even the Pope has an embarrassing Mexico story. The Vatican confirmed Thursday that Pope Benedict XVI hit his head during a trip to Mexico, but the Vatican denied that the injury had anything to do with his shocking decision earlier this week to resign. Italy's La Stampa newspaper reported that Benedict, 85, fell when he woke up in the middle of the night, hit his head and bled, with blood staining his hair and sheets. While Benedict has known to be in poor health for some time, new details are only just emerging about how gravely ill he is. The Vatican admitted for the first time Tuesday that Benedict has a pacemaker and had its batteries replaced just 3 months ago.
And now for a special moment. My name is Scooter, and I'm a young male Papillion mix. I am good with dogs and cats, but don't care to play with them. I love to play ball. I could catch for hours, but if you take my ball away from me when I'm not ready, I can get a bit crusty. I do well in a home without kids under 12 for that reason. Will someone please take me home and love me forever? Contact Kathy Janal, All Heart Pet Rescue, misspooperscooper@hotmail.com. That's misspooperscooper@hotmail.com for more information. I can't wait to find my forever home. Love, Scooter.
And now in sports, a big home ice win for the Nipissing Lakers in the first game of their first round playoff series with McGill. The Lakers won 4-2 over the Redmen Wednesday night to go up 1-0 in the best-of-3 series. Vern Cooper netted the winner in the second period with Connor O'Donnell, Matt Patton, and Brogan Bailey also scoring for the Lakers. Nipissing can win the series in Montreal with Game 2 on Saturday night.
Shocking news from South Africa. Paralympic athlete Oscar Pistorius has been charged with murdering his girlfriend, who police say was shot 4 times in his home. There are reports of his girlfriend may have been trying to surprise Pistorius for Valentine's Day, and he could have mistaken her for an intruder, but police say those reports did not come from them.
The Toronto Maple Leafs look for a 5th straight win tonight when they visit the Carolina Hurricanes. Ben Scrivens is expected to get the starting goal with James Reimer out for at least a week with a knee injury. It's one of 6 games on the ice, including a Montreal at Florida.
The Ottawa Senators lost more than just a game last night to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Defenseman Erik Karlsson had to leave the game, which Pittsburgh won 4-2 after having his Achilles tendon cut by an opponent's skate. He'll require surgery and is out indefinitely.
The Toronto Argonauts rewarded GM Jim Baker with a 2-year contract extension. The Argos won the Grey Cup last season, Barker's first as the club's full-time general manager. Barker is under contract to the CFL team through the 2015 season.
It's the final night of play in the NBA before the league's All-Star Weekend with just 2 games on tap, but one involves the Miami Heat and Oklahoma City Thunder and a rematch of last year's league final, won by the Heat. The LA Clippers face their crosstown rivals, the LA Lakers, in the other contest.
A day to remember for Canadian snowboarder Ariane Levine. The Quebec native finished 3rd in the women's parallel giant slalom event today in Sochi, Russia. It was her first World Cup podium finish.
Now in weather, Canador. It's certainly been a mild February. Currently, we are sitting at 0 degrees with light snowfall. You don't need a jacket today, but you may want to leave the house with your special someone and a sweater. Friday, you can expect a high of -4 and a low of -15 with a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. High of -14 on Saturday with a low of -20. Variable cloudiness throughout the day.
To check out other news and stories, you can visit theclaw.ca. Give someone a hug today. For Canada Newsnet and the journalism program, I'm Andrew Hawkridge.
And I'm Mike Ball.
Panther Radio, rocking Canadore College since records were made of vinyl.
What's a record?